Hello everyone, this is Mindy Eggen and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the classic embossed resist technique, which never gets old, and putting a summery vibe on my spring flowers from Pretty Pink Posh. Before we jump into my card project, I wanted to show you quick the new May 2022 products from Pretty Pink Posh, including lots of great stamps, some layering stencils, and dies. I will also have this picture posted over on my blog if you wanted to take a closer look. So the stamp set I'm playing with today is the Spring Flowers stamp set, which is part of the new May release, and I took them off the carrier sheet and placed them on my cardstock. You could have stamped them using the carrier sheet, but I wanted to space them out a little bit better, so I left room for my coordinating dies. I prepped the cardstock with an anti-static powder tool, and then I'm inking this up with embossing ink, and I planned on heat embossing with clear embossing powder to trap the white of the cardstock. But when I stamp this down, you're going to see that I did not clean my stamp set very well when I was playing with it earlier. So once I lift the cover here of my Misty tool, there's some black residual ink on there. So my fix to this is to just stamp it again, but this time use white pigment ink and stamp that down. It's in the same exact spot. And then I'm going to sprinkle on white embossing powder. And even though you can still see a little bit of that black ink on there, once I heat it with my heat tool, all of that is going to be covered up with that white ink and white embossing powder. So here I'm bringing in my heat tool and I'm melting it from the front and also the back just to help prevent any warping. And you'll see it is perfectly heat embossed. You can't even tell that I had a mistake in there. Now I'm going to do my ink blending using Distress Oxide inks and just this mini ink blending tool. So I started with Twisted Citron on all of the leaves, and I did stamp another one of these off screen and heat embossed it as well in the white. So I'm going to be doing two sets, but the second one I'm doing off screen. Now I'm bringing in Mowed Lawn, just adding it a little bit to one side. It's going to look kind of messy right now, but once I die cut these, it's going to look great. Now for the flowers on some of them, I'm using squeezed lemonade, and then I'm going to bring in spiced marmalade for the centers and blend that in. And then for the smaller flowers, I'm going to use worn lipstick. And I really like worn lipsticks. It's one of my favorite colors go to for flowers, but I completely forgot I have saltwater taffy. So some of my flowers will have the worn lipstick and some of them will have that saltwater taffy. Then I'm just taking a clean rag and buffing over that to remove any excess ink that heat embossing resisted. Now I can bring in my coordinating dies. I'm holding them down with low tack tape and running them through my die cut machine. I'm going to move on to my sentiment. So I have a black piece of cardstock that I'm prepping with an anti-static powder tool, and I'm using a sentiment off of the Crafty Sentiments stamp set. There's a lot of really great and fun sentiments on there, and I'm inking that up with the white pigment ink, stamping that down, and then sprinkling on white embossing powder. And once again, once my heat tool is nice and hot, I'll melt that embossing powder. Now for the background for my card, I'm going to be using the new Pinstripe stencil from Pretty Pink Posh. So I'm holding that down over 80-pound white cardstock using my Make Art Station, and I'm bringing in that saltwater taffy and my mini blending brush, and I'm kind of holding those pinstripes down because they can shift and move a little bit. So I'm holding that down and I am brushing with the direction of the stencil, just brushing that ink on. My darkest color of this ink is going to be on the left-hand side, and I'm going to fade it off as it gets towards the right or towards the bottom right. Now that second color is Spiced Marmalade, and then I'm going to finish that off with Squeezed Lemonade. So all of those stripes are going to kind of fade off into white. I will remove my magnets, lift up my stencil, and now I have my background, which doesn't look really great right now, but once everything comes together, it is really going to tie in nicely. So I'm trimming off 1/4 of an inch off of each side. So my panel is going to measure 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Off screen, I already went ahead and arranged the flowers and the leaves exactly how I wanted them to be and about where my sentiment was also going to go. And now I'm just picking up the items from the furthest in the back and attaching that with a tape runner. And then I'm adding foam squares to the flowers. Now, what I could have done is used press and seal to pick up the arrangement, but I don't know. I feel very fumbly and klutzy with press and seal, probably why I don't use it in my kitchen. So I just prefer to do this. I just lay it all out and then I start from the back and work my way to the front. And it also kind of helps me decide what I want to pop up because sometimes I change my mind on that. Off screen, I had taken my sentiment and I had fussy cut around it and trimmed right around the letter since there's no coordinating die for those. And I'm going to line the back of that sentiment with black foam squares. And then I'm going to add this kind of nestled in between my floral arrangement. And now you can see how everything is tying together really well. I really love the fade off of those pinstripes. And then we have this nice bold sentiment. I took some craft foam, which has adhesive on both sides, and I trimmed it down to the size of my panel, which is, I actually trimmed the foam down to a little less than 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then I removed that other backing sheet and I'm adding it to a white card front that is cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. To finish my card off and add a little bit of shine, I am bringing in some of the sparkling clear confetti mix. So these do not have the holes in the center. And I'm attaching them around my sentiment using my liquid glue and a craft pick. So there is a look at my finished card project for you today using the embossed resist technique. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have all of the supplies listed down below in the video description and over on my blog as well. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I'll see you again real soon. Here are a few other videos I think you might enjoy.